You're still living in the dorms, right? Did you know you can get better student housing? You should go and speak to Bugsley, the castle shopkeeper. He'll get you set up with a new castle of your own. Bugsley's in the shopping district. His shop is next to Alex Edge.
Welcome! You look like a wizard of means. Can I interest you in an exciting new castle home?
Oh, am I glad to see you, Wizard. I'm afraid all the renovations we've done in Wizard City have led to a few unintended consequences. You know, construction noise, dust, broken windows, and a handful of seismic tremors. Nothing major, but we did cause this hole in the bedrock. I had directed my crew to fix the hole ASAP, but apparently curiosity got the better of young Doug.
Doug's always been keen on holes. A natural-born digger, that one. Unfortunately, he never quite mastered the art of digging himself out.
According to the city plans, there's a network of runoff drains running beneath this area. Poor guy probably just can't find his way out.
Or he's got himself cornered by a cave troll or a sewer cracking. Dog's always going on about being afraid of cave trolls and sewer crackings.
More than likely, he's simply gotten lost and disoriented in the dark.
Dog's even more afraid of the dark. Please, Wizard, you gotta go down there and rescue Dog. His mum will kill us if something happens to him.
Oh! Another nasty little topsider. Let me guess. You's looking for that fuzzy flea farm what came scratching round here, ain't yous? I'd be happy to tell you where he is, but I'm gonna need me a little favor first. You see them workers over there? They stole my tools. I can't work without my tools, and the boss don't allow no freeloaders. Capiche? You get me my tools, and I'll tell you where your doggy is.
about it. We was just messing with Manny. We didn't know he was going to sick a topsider on us. Here, give the big lava his tools back.
My tools! Now I can finally get back to work. Thanks, Wizard. I seen your dog pal a while back. Poor Pooch was running around whimpering, scratching at every door he could find. Then he made the mistake of scratching at that door over there, the one to the boss's office. Ain't seen hide nor hair of him since. I don't recommend entering the boss's office uninvited, but if you tells him that Manny Dibbles sent you, you should be okay. Probably. Good luck.
Oh, whoa! Hold it right there, you disgusting little topsider. What's that? Manny Dibbles sent you? I dislike that freeloading bum more than topsiders. says, if you seize one topsider, there are thousands more you can't see. Let's book it out of here before the infestation.
Nasty! Oh, better get rid of that disgusting topsider before the boss finds out. I'm just gonna come in here and get the boss all riled up. Thanks a lot, you disgusting little pest.
It is rude to barge into a place of business without an appointment. Boys, let us teach this topsider a lesson in proper office etiquette. have earned my respect. But I must ask, why is it that you have so forcefully encroached up in my beloved drains? You have come to retrieve Doug? You must mean Douglas. I see. Well then, let us continue our business in a less formal setting. Meet me outside. Let me see if I have this straight. You trespass in my drains, assault me and my associates, and you wish to abscond with my best worker? You got moxie, kid. I like that. I am willing to negotiate for Douglas's services, but of course, I will require compensation in return. The various renovation projects that you topsiders have conducted up in Wizard City have caused significant structural damage to my drains. My workers have tried to fix things, but they are but humble sanitation engineers, not builders. Fix the structural damage, and then we'll talk. Molto bene. The walls are practically good as new. Thank you. Now that I know you can be trusted, let us discuss our mutual acquaintance. As you may know, Douglas possesses prodigious digging skills, surpassed only by his loyalty and desire to prove himself as the goodest of good boys. At present, Douglas is clearing the rubble from a collapsed service tunnel, a feat my other workers could not even dream of endeavoring to do. He's been hard at work for days now and should be close to finished. Go fetch Douglas from Service Tunnel C, and then we can discuss next steps.
I swear on my shovel, mate. I weren't trying to disturb no one's eternal sleep. Well, I was just digging 'cause the boss told me to.
Silence, dogman. Desecrating the grave of a failed tree minder is punishable by death. Wait, who is this? Your grave robbing accomplice?
Oh, spectacular timing, wizard! Help!
Enough! You've learned your lesson, right? Good. Now be gone, the lot of you. And no more disturbing graves, understood?
Understood. Come on, wizard. Let's hightail it out of here.
Ah, you have returned. Let us discuss. Oh. Are you feeling all right, Douglas? You look as though you have seen a ghost.
Well, see, what happened, Mr. the Boss, sir, was I was all but done digging the rubble out when I accidentally dug through the floor. A little. Then this Barmy chap appears out of nowhere, moaning that I woke him up and starts in on me. I'd be dead if it weren't for the wizard.
Oh, Douglas, not only are you an expert digger, but you are also an expert comedian. Your completely implausible ghost story amuses me. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, well, all right then. Since the tunnel's mostly cleared, I was wondering if I could go back up topside. My lunch is getting cold.
Of course, Douglas. You've more than earned that lunch. You and your wizard friend are always welcome down here in my drains. Arrivederci.
Wizard, you found...
Dougie, you got out. Did you get eaten by a cave troll or a sewer kraken?
No, I don't think so. But I did almost get mollywalloped by a really tired old arborist. Proper grumpy fellow he was.
Well, we're just happy you're back.
Me too. It's all thanks to the wizard. Now, if it's all right with you lot, I'd really like to eat my lunch now.
Oh, well, Dougie, me boy, I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Hello, young wizard. Have you heard about jewel socketing? It is I've already told Catherine. Hello, young wizard. Have you heard about jewel socketing? It is the nearly lost art of adorning items with magical stones. An artisan named Catherine Rockhammer has opened a workshop in the shopping district to teach people about jewel socketing and crafting. I've already told Catherine all about you, and she's anxious to meet. Go speak with her when you get a chance. Oh, and tell her I say hello.
Hello, welcome to Rockhammer's Jewel Works, the motherlode of all things jewel crafting and jewel socketing. Oh, you must be that remarkably polished young wizard Eloise mentioned. Smashing! Let's dig right in. Magical jewels are extraordinary crystals you can affix to certain items to infuse them with unique statistical enhancements. We call this jewel socketing. Allow me to demonstrate with this cracked, accurate opal jewel and this athame. We'll start by opening the socketing page of your spellbook. The socketing page is where you'll physically affix your jewels into the special slots, called sockets, on your socketable items.
Jewels have distinct shapes that only fit into corresponding sockets. Socketable items come with varying numbers and shapes of sockets. Now, notice that our theme only has a triangle socket. Lucky for us, our cracked accurate opal is a triangle cut. It's a perfect fit! And voila! Our theme has now been imbued with the magic of the cracked accurate opal, which gives us an accuracy stat boost in a jewel! Quick and easy, right? Now, before I turn you loose to start socketing yourself, I have one last important nugget for you. Each jewel can only be placed into a socket once. Although you can remove a jewel from a socket, it shatters the jewel completely. But you can affix a new jewel into that same socket. That way you can continually improve your most useful items. Well, that's the core of jewel socketing. If you ever need a refresher, feel free to reference my jewel socketing tome. And here, take this theme and this opal and give socketing a try yourself. You've seen how easy it is, and you can do it anywhere. Of course, acquiring jewels won't always be this easy. Jewels can certainly be found in treasure troves, lost hoards and so forth, but finding them is extremely rare. However, you can also craft your own jewels. As with any craft, you start with a recipe, which you can buy from a recipe vendor. There are many kinds of jewel crafting recipes, but the basic ingredients are the same. You'll need metal, which you can find throughout the spiral, a gem, which you can find or purchase from a vendor, and a treasure card. And of course, you need a jewel crafting station. When you craft a jewel, there's an element of randomness in the process, and you may get a more or less powerful result. For instance, if you use the same ruby recipe 3 times, you could craft 3 rubies with 3 different damage values. Now, because I want everyone in the spiral to enjoy jewel crafting as much as I do, I'm going to give you a jewel crafting station. All you need now is a jewel crafting recipe. I can't wait to hear about the jewels you craft in Socket. Good luck, wizard!
Seeking the school of death magic, you have found it, and much more. The Death School and I once sat above in the Ravenwood under the shade of the grandfather tree, but in his rage and sorrow, Malastair stole us. He feigned an explosion and shifted the very land upon which the school sits here to the night side. From this haven he conducts his research into what I do not know. All I could do was sit and wait for Bartleby to see us and send help. His eye of history was stolen? No. Malastair must have done this. He is in the school now. You must fix what he has broken.
Master, what about this book? The Order of the Fang was born of, some word that starts with K.
Give me that. Krokotopia, you dunce. And I knew that already. I've been scouring the place for ages. I came back here to find where in Oh, I see. Yes, this book does indeed have the answer I seek. So you're too late, wizard. Yes, I remember you. You fought my minions, thwarted all my diversions, but it doesn't matter. I've already won.
That was very dramatic. It's just a book. Hello there. I'm Dworgen, caretaker of the Death School. What's your name? Did you know the Death School moved to Nightside? That's an odd name. Oh, I get it. I thought it was darker than usual outside. Haven't gotten out much. And my master started bringing me books to study. Oh, and an orb that he said could show us all of history. I have history. No, don't have any. I have new dyes, though, if you want some. Still crunchy, too. Anyway, my master couldn't get the orb to work. So he traded it for more books. We've read everything to find the Order of the Fang. Turns out they're on Krokotopia, in a great something that begins with S. You should probably tell the headmaster the Death School moved. Don't want the students to miss class.
Some good news, Wizard. The guards are reporting progress in pushing out the remaining undead, thanks to you. Now tell me, did you find Nightside? What? Oh my, this is indeed distressing news. But at least we know what happened to the Death School and poor Dworgen. I'll manage shoring up our passage to Nightside so we can resume proper death classes. But we must still contend with Malistaire. We know he seeks the Order of the Fang, a mysterious sect of wizards from Krokotopia, but we don't know why. With Bartleby's eye missing, we must rely on old-fashioned methods to find out. I need you to follow Malistaire's trail to Krokotopia. Take these 2 spiral keys. They will grant access to the world door inside Bartleby. Even in his current state, he can guide you from there.
I just finished my report on the famous grub of Sunken City. Can you please take it to Professor Drake for me?
So, you are turning in Marla's report. Well, it is incomplete. If she wants credit, I'll need a Cyclops monocle. Ah, the Cyclops monocle for Marla's report. It's too bad some of the information in her report was incorrect. She mentioned grub, which is a myth. I, of all people, know it's a myth. She gets a C. This conversation is over.
What? He gave me a C? He thinks it's a myth? I'm pretty sure he's wrong. We must prove Professor Drake wrong. I hear it is dangerous, so you may want to bring some friends along. Meet me inside and we'll get the proof we need.
You must enter the Sunken City to find me. Beware, it is a dungeon. Only 4 wizards at a time can be in a dungeon. These areas are full of danger, so choose your friends wisely. If you dare to enter, you can go home to get more mana and health. But if everyone leaves the level by logging out or using the exit, the level will reset immediately and all your progress will be lost. You can replay this area time and time again, gaining additional unique loot. Now, enter if you dare.
First, we need to find a way to unlock that gate. My magic isn't powerful enough to open it, so we'll have to look around here for something we can use. Wait, look in that tower ahead. I'll bet we'll find a magic item that can help us open that gate. There's got to be something.
What? You've come to steal our book. Sister, let's give this wizard a lesson they won't soon forget.
Tome of Decay. The power invested in this book will cause the ropes to rot and the gate's portal to open. Take the Tome of Decay to the gate and the portal will open. After it opens, I'll run up ahead and meet you. Unfortunately, the next gate is also locked. No wonder why people think Grub is a myth. It's hard to make it this far. Search the next tower to find something to open this gate. If not, we're going to have to leave Sunken City empty-handed.
Wizard, have you come searching for a way through my gate? Ha! You will not have my scroll. Instead, you will have pain and despair. Prepare.
you found a knock scroll. I'll bet that's what they used to seal the gate. Go and use the scroll on the gate, and I'll meet you up ahead on the other side. That's got to be Grub's castle just up ahead. Professor Drake said Grub was just a myth. We'll prove him wrong. We need to find a way into the castle. From my previous research, I believe there is a key in Norton's tower, which we passed. Go to the tower, explore around there, and see if you can find the key to the castle. Hopefully, no one will be home.
The living? We cannot allow you in here. Master Norton would have us banished into the void if we let you gain entry.
You are here for the key to Grub's Keep? What makes you think you are worthy to meet him? He's building an army of undead, and soon we will rule the world. You can't stop us.
Now that you have the key to the castle, you can get in and find some proof of Grub's existence. Hopefully, he won't be expecting visitors. Once you find proof of Grub's existence, meet me outside in front of the Death School.
So, you have come this far to find me? Too bad you won't be able to tell anyone. You're no match for me and my army of undead. Defeated by a child? You may have won this time, but mark my words, I will return. Return to build my army of undead.
You got proof of Grub's existence by defeating him? Boy, you really outdid yourself. I thought you might find a trinket in his castle. I didn't expect you to beat him in combat. Now that we have proof, take Grub's medallion to Professor Drake to prove I was right.
What is this? Proof that Grub does exist? I can't believe it. Fine. Marla gets an A. Minus.
Ha! I'm glad we got to prove him wrong. I'm so much happier. Thank you so much for your help.
You wish to explore new worlds? Heed my words. All the worlds of the spiral are connected through world doors, which are unlocked by spiral keys. The keys the headmaster gave you will allow you to travel to the desert world of Krokotopia and back here to Wizard City. Throughout your adventures, you will discover new keys and new worlds and wondrous things and terrible dangers. I chose you for a reason, and while my mind is fogged and my memories vague, I trust my past judgment. You are destined for great things. Yours will be an incredible journey, young wizard. Now it is time for you to take the first step.
Another wizard? A servant of the one called Malastair, are you? No? Oh, then perhaps you can help us. Malastair has been here many times, and each time he comes, he raises more of the oppressive tuts from their slumbers, seeking their knowledge. They must be stopped, or they will enslave the Mander people again. If you would help us, talk to the Sergeant Major in the Oasis.
What ho! Greetings, youngster. You must be one of those wizards from Wizard City. Sergeant Major Sylvester Quimby Talbot III at your service. Order of the Fang? I think I heard Professor Winthrop mention that name. He and his crew are still excavating when they should be evacuating. You'll find Professor Winthrop inside the pyramid. Perhaps he has some information that can help you. And please, try to keep him safe.